I'm Dr. George Flynn, and you're watching In-Depth TV. Today we're going to talk about the care, the loving care of you and your cell phone, your smartphone, your tablet, your electronic devices. So we talk about cell phones, and a lot of us have a lot of trouble. And if we leave the cell phone at home, we'll drive back home and get the cell phone. If we leave the cell phone at somewhere and we lose it, we've got a little program on it so we can find the cell phone. We can ping it. We can let it know. It can tell us where it is, and we can go retrieve the cell phone. We feel lost without this device called a smartphone or a cell phone, it's got all of our contacts in it. It's got all of our dates that we're supposed to remember in it. It's got all of our pictures in it. It's got all of these things in it. And we take very good care of it. We watch it. We make sure it's clean. We make sure it doesn't fall in the water. We get by a protective case for it. We make sure that instrument, that extension of us, is well cared for. You know, I bought one, and let's say I dropped it one time in all the years I've had one and cracked the screen. I could not wait because it had a symptom. It had a cracked screen. I couldn't wait to get it fixed. I took it to several different places. They couldn't fix it fast enough. Took it to somewhere they could fix it right away. New screen. We do updates on the software. Anytime it comes out, we'll update it. We'll sit there and wait for it to update. And of course, we're always watching the battery level. We're always watching how much energy this cell phone has. Always. Never let your battery get down so low. We carry chargers with us. As a matter of fact, when I was going through the airport one time, they have these batteries that are already charged that will to help you charge your cell phone. You buy one out of a vending machine, and it's got the different plugs for the different cell phones, and you plug it in, your cell phone will recharge while you're traveling or you don't have to have a plug for it. And it's so good, if that battery runs down, you put it back in the vending machine and it puts out another battery that's already charged for you. Free. It's crazy. The thing in airports and restaurants and everywhere has these charging stations where you can plug in your cell phone to charge it. Make sure it's at optimal battery health. And there are little meters on there. You can do a battery checkup and make sure your battery has enough, firepower to operate all the programs on your cell phone. Sometimes when you get too much information on your cell phone, you clear it out. So you make sure that cell phone has cleared out the memory so that it can operate optimally. Here's what I'm saying. It's not actually about the care and feeding of your smartphone, your cell phone, your tablet. It's about the care and feeding of you. You know, a lot of people pay more attention to their cell phone than they do to themselves. We have protective gear that we wear. If you're in a shop or somewhere where things are flying around, you wear protective goggles. How many of you have ever gone into one of those, failed to put on a protective goggle, failed to put on a hard hat, failed to put on gloves, proper shoes? It's getting a little bit tight here, isn't it? And who in the world checks on their energy level like we check on the cell phone energy level? Do you check your energy level? Do you know how much energy you have? Do you take your cell phone in and yourself in for a regular checkup? Check yourself. Have your doctor, your healthcare professional, have them do a checkup just like you check up on your cell phone. And do you learn things? Do you go to courses? Do you read materials? Do you absolutely take care of your work, keeping up like you do with your cell phone? You update the programming. Are you updating your own software in your head? Now it's getting a little bit, you say, you're beginning to step on my toes a little bit. Well, I'm just trying to show you, you take better care of your smartphone than you do of yourself. And I'd like to see you do as well, taking care of yourself, washing yourself, making sure that anything that seems to be wrong, anything that is not exactly right, like a crack in the screen of your cell phone, you go and check it out and you get it fixed. You take the medication for it. You have whatever done to stay in optimal health, just like you keep your smartphone in optimal operating health. And they have on there that says battery health. They have a little app that you can punch. How's your battery doing? How's your internal? Are you feeding your cell phone yourself? Are you feeding yourself the proper nutrition to have that energy? Are you keeping yourself recharged? Are you clearing away all the extraneous materials in your memory that may be clogging up the memory works? Well, let's see. You say, what can I do to recharge myself? What can I do to make sure that I'm functioning optimally? Well, pay attention to how much sleep you're getting. Yes, I said sleep. And most people say, I just don't have time to sleep. I've got to do this and got to do that. And I can live on 4 hours of sleep. Well, you might be able to live on it, but do you thrive on it? You might survive on it, but how would you like to be able to work much more efficiently? Less time, get more done. Did you like that? Less time put in, get more done. Because you're not going down the wrong trails. You're not making the wrong decisions. And speaking of making decisions, never, ever make an important decision when, and you can remember all of these things with one word, halts. H-A-L-T-S, halts. And you can sort of remember it with halt. Never make an important decision until you examine halt, and add an S to it if you like. When you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, halt, H-A-L-T, hungry, angry, lonely, tired. And you say, what's the S for? Sick. When you're hungry, angry, lonely, tired, or sick, don't make any important life-changing decisions. Because have you ever gone to the grocery store and you're hungry and you buy all of this, we'll call it junk food, that you normally wouldn't buy because you were hungry? Or if you're angry, you can say the wrong thing to the wrong person and maybe break a friendship for life. You're angry. If you're lonely, you can make bad decisions. Or if you're tired, you just say, I'm tired. I can't make a good decision. Don't make it. Or if you're sick, your view of the world is totally out of proportion. So remember, hungry, angry, lonely, tired, or sick. But let's get back to sleep. You want to get plenty of sleep. And you need to understand that you won't make the change unless, and I mean a big unless, you understand the need for this. You need better sleep and more sleep. Now, how much sleep is better? Well, 8 hours. You say, well, I can only do 6. I'm saying 8 hours. And that sleep, that you lose, everybody says, well, I'll catch up on my sleep. It really doesn't work that way. I mean, any more than, if you miss a pill of antibiotics, say, you miss 2 days worth, you say, well, I'll just take a bunch and I'll catch up on the pills that I missed. Well, we all know that that's not right. It's the same with sleep. So you say, I try to go to sleep. I just have trouble getting to sleep. What do you do? How do you go to sleep? I'm saying that you need to take anywhere between 10 to 30 minutes before you're ready to go to sleep, to get ready to sleep, to transition to sleep just like you do with a baby. With a baby, we rock them, we sing them a lullaby, we help them go to sleep, we take them down to a nice, relaxing, quiet time. And that's what you need. You need the same thing, a nice, relaxing, quiet time. You say, what do I do next? Well, this one's going to be very I'll call it self-evident, but very challenging to do. First thing you do, and I know, you don't want to hear this maybe, but this is the truth. First thing you do, turn off all your devices. You say, I can't turn off my cell phone. There may be an emergency. Well, what did we do before we had cell phones? You say, I can't turn off my tablet. There may be some breaking news. I'm saying if you want to go to sleep and get some good sleep and have you functioning at your top performance, cut off your devices. Cut them off. And the next one is say, I've got to leave my cell phone on. I said, okay, if you want to compromise that way, but no devices in the bedroom. None. Because you just have a tendency, if you wake up in the middle of the night, to look at that device and see what time it is, or see if anybody's texted you, or see if there are any important emails, or see if there's any breaking news. No. No devices in the bedroom. And one other little thing that some people do is they take a shower before going to bed. Kind of wash the day, wash the cares away. Wash them away. Or at least wash your face and wash all of those things off of your face. The cares, the woes, all the stuff that you might stay up worrying about. Just imagine those going down the drain so that you can have a nice, quiet time, fall asleep, have a restful sleep, and wake up feeling terrific in the morning. Try these things. I think you'll like them. And try them just for 21 to 30 days. See if they don't become a habit that you've wanted to have for a long time. And if you like it, pass it along to someone else. I'm Dr. George Lynn. I really appreciate you being here. I want you to get a good night's sleep every night so you can be your maximum self every day. Thank you for watching.